I'm going to New York, get on the New York Quiz Show. Gonna get myself some of all of that dough. I'm going to New York. Going to New York. I'm going to New York. Going to New York. I'm going to New York. I'm going if I have to walk.
Howdy, howdy. I'm Cowboy Little Red, and this is Sonny Boy, #1 horse in the barn. Come on, boy. Come on, son.
We're gonna have lectures about the history of the cowboy and about horsemanship, and then we're gonna give them what they all love, the pony rides. A lot of kids in New York have never even only seen horses on TV.
Best to help.
Cows, we also had a form of music when we were by ourselves, and that's why we have different rodeo events today. When you're talking about taming of the West, we have a place in history. But when you start looking at school and start looking into the archives, you see that it's an untold story that was purposely omitted out of the archives.
I moved to New York about 5 years ago, and that's when I hooked up with these guys here, where they were trying to get, and it was good about how they are trying to reach the community and bring back the legacy of the black cowboy.
I had the opportunity of going to the National Cowboy Hall of Fame Museum in Oklahoma. And when I came in there with my cowboy hat and my boots on, being a black cowboy, their first question to me was like, where are you from? Because most of the blacks here don't dress like that. I told them I was from New York. And they was like, oh, I can't believe you're from New York dressed like a cowboy hat and boots and stuff on. I said, man, I belong to an organization in New York that preserved the history.
They want to put it on, and it's on what it is. It's supposed to be a fundraiser, raising funds for the kids. So if they claim to seem like they want to go up to Steve want to go someplace on trips and stuff like that, and they didn't have the finance to do it with, so it's supposed to be the young Cedar Lane Jews raising money to sponsor trips for them, for themselves to go up to the rodeo. That's why they had the cakes there. So I told her I had no problem with Steve coming down. She said he wasn't charging
Right here,
no
we're at
fee.
the Cedar Lane Stables. It's the home of the Federation of Black Cowboys. And we have an organization which represents the past and the present. We're here in our little park. This is our little oasis in the city. With this in mind, we try to take care of it as best as possible.
Well, it was a bunch of us from all parts of the world. We met around this stable, and we had a couple more stables, and we started talking, and we said, okay, let's form, the federation. That way we can be organized and keep it together. And that's how the federation started.
We are not cowboys of the old, we're just maintaining the legacy of the cowboy. We still give our gymkhanas and our rodeos, and we still care for our horses. We take trail rides, and the federation does pony parties and block parties for the community. So it's like anything else, you're more powerful or more effective, if you organize. So also, we're here for our youth to empower, assist in their empowerment, because it has a lot from whence you come about where you're going. So we have to give a positive outlook on our youth. And if you have no reference points but slavery, then I don't see that as a way to raise self-esteem.
Like a lot of other subjects in school that aren't taught, the Western history, Black Cowboy history is not taught. And, just like they try to pass a lot of different laws to teach, about Dr. Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson and all the other, black leaders, they supposed to have talked about this. And maybe our younger children, growing up and coming out of school now, when they see us or when they see the next generation after me, they'll understand better. And they won't just think that it's guys, walking in the street on horses.
They take kids that would be in the street mischief. After school, they let them come out there and work all the summer. In summer, when they're not in school, they work out there. And they wants to ride the horses, so they do some work. So a lot of kids come there and ride and help out. And they stays out of mischief. And they learn something about the heritage. They didn't know there was no black cowboy. They don't see no picture. They'd seen the moving picture, but they never seen none in no picture.
This guy named Curly, right? Guy named Curly. He used to come around the horses all the time to the neighborhood, and I used to follow him around with my bike. He said, "Come down. You can come down on Saturday." And so I was like, "All right." And then he came to talk to my mom, and then Saturday morning, he came and picked me up. And ever since, I kept going and going and going. So I love it. I would never want to leave. I would stay here. I would sleep here.
The very notion of the black cowboy is unusual to people. However, quiet as it's kept, the black cowboy is the original cowboy, because the very term cowboy had a negative connotation in the beginning. It was literally go get that cowboy.
They had the boy in the field boy, house boy, and the cowboy. So he'd take care of all the cows and horses. They called him cowboy.
See, everybody think all the cowboys came from Texas. But the Cowboys came from the east, like Georgia and Tennessee, Mississippi, and all those places. And they went west because there was no work. When they freed all the slaves, there was no work for a black man to do. But he could go west, and he could punch cows, or he could lead a wagon train across the country. And there was plenty of work for them to do as being cowboys.
Lord, there's 61 highway, it's the longest road I know.
We have an older member of the Federation right now, Uncle Ben. He's 91 years old. He used to play in he used to be a stuntman for Jane Archery in the Western movie and everything. It was just his color. He was isolated, but Gene Archery wasn't the man riding the horse. It was Uncle Ben.
The novelties, what they were writing, a 10-cent novelty, you heard about it. Well, a lot of it would be black, but the black wouldn't sell. If you put all black on there, black cowboy in this, it wouldn't sell. You had to put a white cowboy in its place. So a lot of them was black, and those novelties, but they had to put it white. And the moving pictures, there's too much money involved. They didn't let them be in picture. You may find one or two in a picture, but you didn't sign them in it because they wouldn't hire them.
It happened back in the past, and we trying to do our own thing right now to show everybody, all kind of races, that we are out here, black cowboys. People don't believe that we out here right now. And as you get older, history gets bigger and greater, so it doesn't matter to us now. We doing our thing, you know.
All right, today is the annual Harlem Day African American Parade, which we've been attending for the last 12 years. It's a parade that starts at 114th Street and goes up to about 140th. The crowd really looks forward to us coming. We can't let them down. We always, well, no matter what happens, we make a point to come to this event.
When a horse goes through Harlem on a normal basis, it's usually the police mount. And they're there to do the job. They don't really interact with the kids in the neighborhood and all of that. But when we come, it's different. and the neighborhood would just kind of converge on you, and it was all positive. They want to know about the horses, they want to know about the history, they want to know about you. And that was your chance to give something back to the neighborhood, to the people. And it got to the point where they started looking for you each year. And that really made you feel good, because even though it wasn't a one-on-one relationship, it was sort of like a love affair with the neighborhood.
A little trail ride up in the Adirondacks with myself, a few of the other cowboys, and the cowgirls from the Cedar Lane Jewels. And we ran into some cowboys from South Carolina and so forth. And as we got together, well, you know, there was a little tension, but, you know, cowboys are cowboy, and a cowboy's always going to acknowledge each other. And he just walked up to me and says, how does a black guy from Brooklyn get to be a cowboy? And we started talking, and the most interesting aspect about it to me was that they became more enthused with us, the Black Cows, because of our street riding than we were with them.
You know, so, yeah, you know, we go around and we do that. We give our time to do that, you know. This is expressing on certain people's faces. We ride through the city. They look up. If it ain't a cop, they're used to seeing cops. And you see a group of black men coming down the street on 30 or 40 horses. So this is our time to shine a little bit, to let the whole world know that they are black cowboys.
Arlen, Texas. Big sundown sound. New York City, everybody's talking about. Out in Chicago, everybody got the blues. All over America, you can pick and choose. Oh, you glad to be in America. Home of the brave and slave drive Cadillac cars. Why, oh, why can you and I make the land our home since all the brave done gone? The land is filled with caviar. In America you can sure get far. Are you there, people? Glad to be in America. Home of the brave and slave drive Cadillac cars.